Welcome to You're 18, Now What? Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday. I'm Dr. Catherine Gilstein, and I'm excited to empower you with insights on financial literacy and economic empowerment. You can catch new episodes on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month, and if something important comes up, I might just drop an extra one in between. Today, we're going to do one of my favorite types of episodes, the end of year check in. And yes, we're talking about my Spotify Wrapped because it honestly blew my mind this year. So, if you saw the graphics I posted, here's the breakdown. We had a few awards, and the podcast was named a 2025 Fan Fave and a 2025 Talked About Show, which is wild to even say out loud. My videos were watched 999% more this year than in 2024. I had to double check that number because I thought it was a typo. The top artist that my audience is listening to is Morgan Wallen. And let me just say that you all have great taste because I love his music too. Another interesting stat is that my audience's top audiobook was To Kill a Mockingbird. I have to be honest and say I have not read that book in a long time, but I am so pleased that my audience cares about injustice, empathy, and what real courage looks like. So I could not be prouder of all of you who are listening to that book. My show grew by 160% in total new audience, plus had 75% more followers. So thank you. I mean, absolutely insane statistics. And it's all because of you. So, what does that actually mean? It means you didn't just listen. You shared the episodes, you sent them to friends, you posted clips, and you made this show part of your routine. And that means more to me than any number Spotify can throw at me. And the podcast started because so many of us grew up thinking, okay, I'm 18. Now what? That's why I wrote the book. There's just so much stuff that needs to be navigated that no one ever explains. So apparently, a lot of people felt that with us this year. If I'm being real, which you know I always am, even though my podcast is called You're 18, Now What? It's really for everyone. Sure, we talk about the things young adults deal with, but the topics we cover money, careers, confidence, relationships, making big decisions those topics just don't magically disappear at a certain age. So whether you're 18, 28, 48, we're all still trying to figure out life in different ways. We're at different stages. And a lot of the lessons we cover are things people wish they had learned earlier. So even if the title sounds like it's for younger adults, the conversations are real, they're universal. And I hear from listeners of all ages who relate to it. It's truly a podcast for anyone navigating real life because let's face it, change is inevitable. It's the only constant we have change. What we learned in 2025. So, if I look back over everything we talked about this year, these are the big takeaways that stood out for me. And feel free, send me an email, let me know what your takeaways were. That would be great to hear. But one, you don't need to have life figured out, not by 18 or 20 or even 40. We're all building the plane while we're flying it, and our needs are constantly changing as we grow. My older listeners, they've reached out to me. They're using my podcast now to reset habits, rethink choices, and just feel less alone about the norms of navigating stuff as we change, as we grow, as we go through life and different experiences. Number two, asking questions is not a weakness, especially when it comes to talking about money, school, careers, relationships, and making those big decisions. Should I move? Should I take the new job? The smartest people I spoke with this year were the ones still learning. I'm still learning every day. I enjoy learning every day. Three, your story can change, and it's supposed to. It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly normal. A lot of people reached out about switching majors, leaving bad jobs, leaving bad leadership, or just starting over. Every time I heard from listeners, every time I met with clients, I found myself saying the same thing. That's good. That means you're growing. Let's work on a path to get you where you want to be next. So it's about learning from what we did in the past and how we can change it to move forward and be where we want to be. So, what's coming in 2026? Well, we will do a new logo, enhance it a little, make it look a little better. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to kind of look at a couple of different things. But since this show is clearly resonating with a lot of people, I'm going to be turning it up next year. So, more real life stories. You'll be able to hear more real life experiences, more episodes answering your questions. So, keep those questions coming in, those comments coming in. Shoot me an email, visit my website, go on there. More conversations about money, more conversations about college, careers, relationships, and just navigating through major life decisions. And also, I'll have a few special guests that I'm already so excited for. So, yeah, Spotify Wrapped was very, very kind to us this year. But at the end of the day, it's just proof of something that I already knew. We're building an actual community here, and you're part of it. A community of people at all different stages of life, listening, learning, sharing their own experiences. It's not just a podcast, it's a space where everybody feels seen and heard. If I think back to my tagline in high school and I look at my picture in the yearbook, my tagline in high school was "Be real," and it's printed right under my photo, along with the aspirations that I had: go to college, get a business degree, way before "Be real" was a thing. So on my podcast, we keep it real, we keep it honest, we keep it practical. No fluff, no bullshit, just conversations that make you think. Conversations that I hope actually help you and resonate with you. So thank you for another amazing year. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for showing up. And it always, if you're 28, 18, 38, 48, still figuring things out, that's okay. You're not alone and you are definitely in the right place. So visit my website at your18nowwhat.com and drop me a line. Send a question or a comment. It's also a place to order a signed copy of my book. Any questions received will be responded to by either email or addressed on the next podcast. Remember, be invaluable for what you share, not what you know. See you next time on Your 18 Now What, where you can always find the latest podcast episode to listen to, follow, share, and subscribe. Thanks for joining me.